maybe people who have always lived in fairly progressive Western democracies do not realize just how dangerous it is to be an activist in a non-liberal, non-democratic autocracy. You're really putting your life and livelihood on the line. In order for us to be able to talk to each other, we need to be able to communicate safely and anonymously. If we didn't have it, we'll be very, very severely limited in our ability to communicate. When people ask me where I'm from, I normally say I'm from the United Arab Emirates because that's the only home I've ever had until the unfortunate events of last year.
Right, and so last year maybe then the question I asked then was, where did you come from?
Yeah.
And you were in a tougher situation a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, well, I lived all my life in the United Arab Emirates, but that ended very abruptly end of April 2014, when basically I was just summoned and jailed and expelled from the country extrajudicially, and unceremoniously. There was no process. There was no reason given. There was no due process. There was no chance for appeal. And all of a sudden, I'm homeless. I'm living in an airport in Kuala Lumpur, and I have absolutely nowhere to go. And that's where Wicker comes in, because I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who I can communicate with, who's listening in. And that's when one of my friends suggested Wicker, and he said, this seems like sensitive information. Do you have Wicker? And I never heard of Wicker. I had never heard of Wicker until then. So I downloaded the app and I said, I'm immediately impressed. That's how I communicated with the Oslo Freedom Forum team. And that's how we actually got this idea to come to Norway, speak at the Oslo Freedom Forum, and eventually to seek asylum and settle in Norway. And that part went really, really well.
And now you're living in Norway.
I live in Oslo now. Oslo's home.
And what about your family?
Well, when I was expelled, my wife was 7 months pregnant with our first child. So that was that was a big part of the tension, because I was not there for the birth of my first child. I only saw him when I managed to get my family out of Dubai to Malaysia. That was in October. It was the week before the Oslo Freedom Forum 2014. So I just spent 3 days with them, and then I flew immediately to Oslo. So they're still in Malaysia.
What was it that made the UAE so mad?
Well, if you've been following news in the Middle East, you probably would have noticed what happened in Egypt. Generally, the Arab Spring generation met in 2011. There was no movement. I mean, of course, there were some movements, some people working very hard, but the movement as, the one that I belong to, it did not exist in 2011. We met each other then, we started talking then. So we were not organized. So there was certain countries that they would be very hurt by a democracy agenda. They wouldn't want a democracy to work, because this would tickle the imagination of their own, young people. They had very deep pockets. They were very well organized. They had international legitimacy. So they actually went to work, and they basically funded and organized a counter-revolution, and they managed to, in a way, support counter-revolutionary elements in other countries. So once they felt that they won, it was the next step, the logical next step is to go after those who believed. So I was actually one of the loudest voices out of the United Arab Emirates. I think in 2013 I was ranked as the most influential social media account. And interestingly enough, right after I reappeared in Oslo in October, I went back to the ranks as number one, even though I wasn't in the country anymore. So I think it wasn't any specific tweet or blog or article, but it was basically my 3 years of activism that just had to end somehow.
But it hasn't ended.
It hasn't ended. In fact, the thing is, it's 2015. Exile doesn't work anymore. We're actually more effective in exile. I mean, in exile, we're actually more free, we're protected. And because we have these tools, we can still reach out to our core audience. Inadvertently, they might have taken a startup consultant, a serial entrepreneur who did activism on the side and wrote when he has free time, and converted him to a writer and political activist who has 15 years of startup experience. Smart idea.
Well, I guess we can thank them for that,
Yeah.
right?